Alright, so this is video 2 of the Udemy Chronicles. I spent the whole weekend working on marketing my courses, figuring out this internet marketing thing, figuring out this Udemy thing, and I spent most of the weekend actually being a little bit down because I didn't have any sales. And then I made 2 sales, so that was pretty awesome. But anyway, let's go to the beginning of this journey. So a week ago, created my first course. I did it. They said average time is 30 days. I did it in about 2 to 3 days. Yeah. Don't make it sound like. Don't let me fool you into thinking that it was just so easy and I just knocked it out. That was a beast mode thing for me. I really went hard. I dropped everything. I'm like, I'm not getting this course out. So I got the course done pretty much right away. But this is supposed to be the Chronicles, so let's start in chronological order. So how did I get on this Udemy thing, man? I had been doing free videos online on YouTube for quite a while. I think 2006 I started doing them. Basically, I was myself a student. I was trying to learn things. I am very much self-taught, and a lot of the technical stuff that I looked at was very challenging for me. So you have people that really lack personality as far as videos go, and then even the books, very nerdy, very making a lot of assumptions that you know a lot of things that you don't really know, so it makes it much more difficult. So I saw a lot of flaws in the way things were done, and also keeping awake during these things. So I was like, let me make it easy for the next person, and that's how it started. I started doing videos, and I started getting views and tremendous feedback, and I was ranking. I think I was number 2 for the first category that I did as far as training videos, and later on I ranked number 1. I'm currently number 1 for the topic that I did for my latest training course. 280,000 views on that, and yeah, that's all she wrote. So I've been doing it off and on throughout the years. Not really something I really did, definitely not as a business, and there was like long periods of time. I might have went a year and didn't upload any videos and stuff like that. So as a result of that, knowing what I know now as far as how YouTube works, that really kind of hurt the channel. So I only got up to like 6,500 subscribers, which is not bad, especially considering for a channel that's been really dormant. They haven't done much with it. So that says a lot in terms of how good the content is, in terms of how the audience receives it, because to get that far with an inactive channel is really difficult. Like, YouTube is all about you being very active and consistent, and I was absolutely not that. But it's also all about quality content, so it appears that I delivered on that. But anyway, so I've been doing that for a while, and recently I have some other YouTube channels, and YouTube doesn't pay very well, man. So I was looking for, when I was spending a lot of money, thousands and thousands of dollars on my channels, just out of pocket, and it got to a point where it was getting ridiculous, the amount of money I was spending, and everyone's benefiting and they're enjoying the content, and then especially the manufacturers, because of the kind of content I do. I'm selling stuff, not actually selling them to sell them, but by me talking about certain things and sharing certain things that I enjoy, I know people were buying stuff. They would comment and say, hey, I bought this. So people are making thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, I'm losing thousands of dollars. Yeah, I made some money on YouTube, but it's nothing compared to the amount of time and money that I put into it. So it's definitely not the, I shouldn't say the most profitable. It wasn't really profitable at all, really. Not for, I gotta qualify that. For a lot of people, it would have been profitable, but you've got to qualify things, based on how much money I was earning from my career, and compare that to how much money I'm making from YouTube, then compare how much time I'm spending versus how much money I'm making back. Not so much. Now, for those of you that want to do YouTube as a business, go right ahead. Realize that what I'm describing to you is somebody doing it part-time. So if you're going to do it part-time, you might expect similar results. If I was doing it full-time, I guarantee you my channels will be a lot bigger and a lot more money will be coming in. That being said, did make over $14,000. So, I did make some money, but that's nothing compared to how much I've spent, the time, and the expense, licensing, all the footage that I had, and all the travel and hiring camera people and editors and all this kind of stuff. It all adds up. So that was that. I was just looking for a way to fund my YouTube channels. That was what it was all about. I just said, you know what? I want to create something that's going to bring in money so that I can use that for my channel. One of the big things I wanted was a marketing budget, because I knew people were loving the content. I had top ranking videos, but I needed more exposure. And for that, I needed a healthy advertising budget. So I was looking for ways to, pretty much create my budget to market my YouTube channels that I was doing, not really as a business, but just out of passion. I love doing videos. I love doing the kind of stuff I was doing, and I wanted to continue doing it, but I was like, I can't continue doing it this way because this doesn't make any sense. I love, I'm an altruist, so I love helping people, but my true altruistic mission is helping high school kids. I go to high school kids, I motivate the kids, try to get them on the right path, but YouTube is not charity. This is me sharing my passions, so it shouldn't be really at my expense, especially since a lot of people are enjoying the content. You have, tons of people that are doing tons of things, whether it's musicians, actors, whatever it is, and they're getting paid. You know what I mean? So I should be getting paid as well. I'm working really, really hard. I mean, I've done multiple days, 26 hours straight. I've taken, off of work. I've done a lot of sacrifices. And just throwing so much of my, my life and my time and money into this channel and not really getting back from it because it's really a part-time thing, and it's kind of hard to really grow your channel, the way I want to on a part-time basis. Doesn't make enough money to be full-time for me, so kind of stuck in the middle. Now with an advertising budget and with some kind of a budget, I can work wonders, because I can start hiring some of my subscribers and have them start delegating, create a marketing team, create a writing team, people who write stuff for me, basically collaborate with my subscribers and other people, so it's not just all on me, so the channel can be run like a full-time thing without me actually being full-time, right? So you see, that's my vision. I'm thinking big, I'm looking ahead. So I needed a source of revenue to do that, and in doing research, trying to figure out different ideas, I don't even remember how I ran into Udemy, but somehow, I know what it was. I was researching different business ideas, and I should have remembered this because this is good to chronicle. Something that I looked at, I remember I was looking at a bunch of things. I Googled something, and I had a whole bunch of things that I looked at. I was like, this is cool. And I was like, right click, open another tab, right click, and it was like 4 or 5 tabs that I opened up. And one of these tabs was an article that mentioned this thing called Udemy. I was like, Udemy? Interesting. So I checked this thing out. I was like, hey. So I don't think I mentioned in this particular video, but I've been doing really, really well with my training videos. I'm getting ranking #1. Tremendous feedback for years. People tell me I'm better than Instructor. I didn't understand until finally I saw your video. So, the writing's on the wall. The market has spoken. The market wants my work. They love my videos. They want more of it, but I can't really do it because it's not really making any money and it's taking a lot of my time, right? So it's not really making sense. It becomes like a charity. So I looked at this thing and I said, this looks like a great thing because, I love teaching, I love sharing knowledge, and I know what it was. I think it was the t-shirts. One of the ways I was looking at making t-shirts, and that could be, some kind of revenue for the channel. And I found someone that I actually subscribe to who does a channel about websites and stuff like that, and she had a Udemy course about how to sell t-shirts, and I was like, wow, this is cool. I know her, she's cool. And her course was like $20 or something, and then I looked at how many students she had, and then a light bulb went off. I was like, whoa. I broke out my calculator and I said, $25, and she has this many students. Of course, I didn't know certain things yet, and we're gonna cover that stuff, but I was like, whoa, she made about $12,000. It was something like that. Not crazy amount of money, but that's passive income just from this course. So I was like, whoa. But then I got mad. I said, so right away, I'm like, what about my video right now? I have top ranked video. Let me look at my topics. I Googled it. I found what videos were there. I found the top guy in there. His course was $299. Right away, I'm like, whoa. Then I looked at how many students he had. It was like 6,700. And I actually kept refreshing his page to see how quickly he was updating. So basically, kind of jumping the gun. But basically, I checked his course out, and I did the math. Based on the cost of his course, based on how many students he had, the number was like, whoa! I was like, wow, this guy made some money. This is way more than I need, but awesome. More the better. The more money I can bring in, the more awesome things I can do. Because I would love to do like short films. I mean, there's so many awesome things that I want to do. Even, things where, maybe I can sponsor events and have my subscribers come by, and a lot of different things. Like, how about picking my top 5 supporters on my channels and fly them into an event? I mean, it's tons of awesome things that I would just love to do. I'll be so excited if I could be empowered to do this. And I looked at this, I'm like, whoa, this covers my advertising budget and all the stuff I want to do. This is the answer. So this became like beyond, above and beyond what I initially thought of it to be. So that kind of began my journey. I think it's best if I break these chronicles, because this could be like super, super long and allow you guys to watch what you want to watch. So by topic. So, so that's kind of what began this journey. So I was like, wow, I can make a lot of money doing this, knowing how well I do in terms of training videos, and now seeing that I can actually make this kind of money from it. I'm like, wow, sign me up. And thus began the journey to becoming a Udemy instructor. So definitely want to subscribe to this channel to follow my journey and to find out what happened next. What happened next? So I learned a little bit about the realities of Udemy in terms of, the math that I was doing with the calculator. I didn't have, there's information I was missing. So I was missing some critical details. So the amount of money those instructors made on those courses was far cry from what I thought it was. But still, a lot of really great potential. But you're going to want to stay tuned to find out more about that. Anyway, this is Chronicle number 2 from the Udemy Instructor Chronicles. Definitely subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed the video, comment below if you have any questions, and I will see you soon. And, like I like to say in my courses, on to the next!